Hello. So, we are here for week 2 of OFC Season 11. Our opponent this week is Crazy, one of the owners of the league, I believe. Or at least one of the people that, helps mod the team and, is just a really chill person from everything we've spoke about, and we've briefly chatted about. So yeah, yeah, pretty cool to play them. I feel like there's a good chance we've played them before. So but yeah. That team's pretty good as well, pretty scary. So their team consists of Chi-Yu, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Ursaluna Blood Moon, Galarian Weezing, Alomomola, Orthworm, which Shedtail is allowed, Terra Kilowattrel, Lycanroc Dusk, Terra Diplin, and Gerda. So I feel like my team's covered for both Diplin and Gerda, so I kind of wasn't considering them a lot in building. Just with how I've built, honestly, I've covered for them pretty well. Just looking at the first 8 mons, Chi-Yu is incredibly hard to... the first 3 Pokemon are just insane, breakers / cleaners, that can just, win games, and they will win games. They're super, super powerful. They just do so much damage and are extremely difficult to switch into. I hate Urshifu with a passion. I just always have. Hate it. Just hate it so much. Yeah, really, really scary offensive threats. Now, they are a bit in a weird speed tier for us because we have Excalibur at 87 speed. And then a massive jump to Thunderous, I believe. So, yeah. And both Urshifu and Chi-Yu kind of sit in that gap. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because they could go Adamant if they want to get greedy. But then they've also got this really good defensive core combined with Galarian Weezing, Alomomola, and Orthworm. The combination of these 3 does really help, and Galarian Weezing is one of the few things that can actually defog on Goldengo, because it can set up neutralizing gas. It also can do some decent damage with Flamethrower with it as well, set up some Toxic Spikes, though I don't know if you bring Toxic Spikes against a team with Grimora. They probably bring it anyway. The Weezing, I'll say what I expect in a second, but yeah. Alomomola, super good, bulky water type that pivots. Orthworm, even if they don't want to Shed Tail, just because it's kind of awkward to get off at times, is still, potentially hazard setting. It's actually their main way of setting hazards, surprisingly. They don't have a lot of hazard setters, or at least reliable ones outside of the Orthworm. It's pretty much just that or, Galarian Weezing. So, Kilowattrel is the fastest thing in this matchup, because it is the one thing that outspeeds both my Meowscarada and my Ribombee. And with Terra, it can do a lot of damage. It's a very, very scary Pokemon with Terra, because it can either just Terra into one of its stabs and do massive, massive damage, or just get the extra coverage it needs to break. So, and then the last main Pokemon I want to mention is Lycanroc Dusk, because holy hell, this mon just will clean up games. Last time I brought a bit of priority, and I brought some more this week as well, But Lycanroc is going to be the fastest. Like, Urshifu is pretty fast. Thank you. I hate all these pop-ups I keep getting. I thought I've updated Java, okay? I'm getting more pop-ups. Urshifu's got Aqua Jet, but there's no guarantee that they bring it because it's not super likely, and I don't think it's super necessary, but Accelerock will be, because the two things that do outspeed Lycanroc in this matchup get bopped by it. So, yeah. My expected 6 here is they bring Chi-Yu 100%, so they bring Chi-Yu, Galarian Weezing, and Lycanroc Dusk 100%. Chi-Yu is a really good switch into Gholdengo and punishes it. Galarian Weezing is also, it means it's a way for them to remove hazards that I want set up on Gholdengo. If they really want to, they can run like the Berry to make sure it gets off. And then Lycanroc Dusk just does insane damage into a ton of my Pokemon, so we've got to be worried about that. Then they bring one of either Urshifu or Blood Moon. Just, like, I think they've only really got room for one, because I think they bring another defensive piece, either Alomomola or Orthworm. I would actually expect Alomomola, but I think Orthworm is also extremely defensible because I have Bax. So, despite me not bringing it last week, it's still, you know, you've still got to worry about Bax. So, I think one of those two comes, and then I think the last is Kilowattrel. Maybe one of the top-end mons comes, like, if, like, all three top-end mons come, and then, for, like, offensive, and then Lycanroc, and they just choose not to bring, Kilowattrel for Terror, and Speed, but it feels weird. I feel like they want the Kilowattrel because of its speed in this matchup, as well as it, pre-Terror, kind of walling, and even post-Terror, depending on the Terror, kind of walling Thundurus because, because of the Volt Absorb. So, that's why I think Kilowattrel is going to come, because, like, it can just easily switch into Thundurus and provide a lot of offensive pressure. So, yeah. So I didn't think about the team much last night, and I think those who have been around for a while will know that I actually think about what I want to bring for a team while I'm working. I work in retail, and it's because there's a lot of downtime, and last week I wasn't at work, so I didn't really just have a time where I was just like, okay, I guess I can just think about what I want to build. This time I had a bit more of a thought, and now I kind of have a cohesive game plan, so, you know, I suppose working has some benefits, I suppose. So, we're actually going to be starting with the lead, because I think for this sort of team, it makes the most sense, because I've got a dedicated lead, and this time, actually going to be our Meowscarada. So, with maybe the most standard lead Meow you can probably go, which is just Spikes, Flower Trick, Knockoff, U-Turn, with a Sash, Max, with Overgrowth, because I don't want to lose my stabs. I don't want to change into I definitely don't want to be changing into a ground type if I'm clicking Spikes. So we can live the one hit. We even live like Banded, Surging Strike, so we don't need to worry about that breaking our Sash. We can get at least one Spike up and probably a Knock, or maybe even if Meow looks really good in the matchup, we can keep it around for some speed control later. I guess it's probably good to mention that if I say speed control, I mean it's just good to have something fast. That's all I'm meaning. But just having some good speed, like for late game, despite us bringing some of our, or like pretty much all of our good fast Pokemon. So I say good fast, like all of our fast Pokemon this week. So yeah, I think just overall having Meow as our dedicated lead, at least get one Spike up here and pressure them with switching, is going to be really nice. Now, I try not to do calcs involving spikes. Now, that seems weird. It's like, well, you're trying to set hazards. Why are you not thinking about, you know, something after rocks or whatever? It's because you can easily run boots, and, you know, I don't want to, like, have to be like, okay, I need to not only get a spike up, I also need to knock something off. What it is allowing me to do is chip at anything that isn't able to run boots. If it's a choice Chi-Yu, that's going to be taking a bit of extra chip. Like, Urshifu is never running boots, that will be taking chip. There is no way that Galarian Weezing can afford to run it, that'll be taking chip. There's no way that Boots Lycanroc is coming, that'll take a bit of chip, and all of these things will add up, especially if they're doing a bit of pivoting here and there, so that's the idea. Yeah, just really standard Sash lead Meow. From there, we can just go with pretty much whatever. Let's go with Blastoise, because Blastoise is very interesting. Blastoise is going to be kind of playing a similar defensive role, but more offensive this time. Yeah, if you're looking at the screen, oh my god, it looks bizarre as all hell, but let me explain. So we've got an Assault Vest physical Blastoise here with Liquidation, Flip Turn, Aqua Jet, and Body Press. Now, we've got stupid looking EVs, but they make sense. So, for the speed, we actually outspeed a modest max speed Blood Moon. In case they want to go for a max speed one to try and creep our defensive pieces, the few that we have, you know, we can do that. But the main things here are the special defense and defense, which the special defense is going to not only allow us to take 2 separate modest max special attack Blood Moons, but also it will allow us to take 2 Timid Specs Dark Pulsers from Chi-Yu, which is really, really nice. On the physical side, we can take 1 Choice Band Close Combat from Urshifu, which is really, really nice. And it can kind of just help sponge bit hits from some of the scary offensive Pokemon, and in quite a few instances, do some pretty decent damage back. It also can take hits from Lycanroc really well, and with us going physical, it means that any AVs that, or with Blood Moon, the Calm Mindset that it tends to run, doesn't eventually get, we don't eventually get walled by it. We'll do some good damage, and there's also the chance we get defense drops with Liquidation, which will eventually force them out, because they can't just sit in. Or we could just flip turn on out and just go into something faster that can kind of nuke it. So, yeah. The attack actually, it wasn't for anything specific, that's dumped attack, but to be honest, it still does really good damage. Again, having more priority with Aqua Jet is really nice. Liquidation just, against some of the offense, against Chi-Yu, Blood Moon, and Lycanroc, it's gonna do good damage, no questions asked. So having this kind of pivot piece here is gonna be really nice. Body Press is the only non-water move on this set, because the main thing is Urshifu is going to come in a lot of the time, and if I can just, maybe, if it's at, 50%, it takes a spike, and then I'm able to body press it twice, that can be enough, but ideally I don't want to be using Blastoise for that reason, so, but I still think the Blastoise is an amazing kind of bulky pivot that can do some reasonable damage, especially against the offensive Pokemon that are weak to these water-type moves. Fighting is also going to be a common typing you see throughout this team, because fighting actually is one of the types they are weakest to. The main 4 being Chi-Yu, Blood Moon, Orthworm, and Lycanroc. All 4 of those are weak to fighting, and their only really good resist to it is Wheezing. So, because Killer Wattrel is kind of too frail to be taking a lot of the power for fighting types, especially coming from our next Pokemon, Blaziken. We are running a no fire type move, special Blaziken, once again special. Well, last time we were mixed, but this time we are Expert Belt, Aura Sphere, Vacuum Wave, Terra Blast with Terra Grass this time, and U-Turn. Terra Grass over Terra Electric because I want to resist both the electric type moves that are going to come out from Killer Wattrel, but also notably the water type moves. So even if they don't bring Alomomola, we can still use the Terra Grass defensively. We've got U-Turn just for good pivoting. We've got enough speed here, in which our Goldengo is the same speed as well, where we are able to outspeed a paralyzed Scarf Chi-Yu. A modest Scarf Chi-Yu that is paralyzed. So we can outspeed that, although I will double check, because I might be speed tying it. I will double check after this, but that is the speed we're aiming for. So, yeah, Blaziken looks insane. Same as the last time. The only thing here is I'm not bringing a fire move, which is what I would be using to hit Galarian Weezing, but I've got enough other Pokemon that kind of pressure it, where eventually it should get worn down, that even Terra Blast Grass is gonna, like, be able to finish the thing off. The priority and power of Vacuum Wave is really nice as well for being able to pick things off. Vacuum Wave does, like, ridiculous damage to Lycanroc. Like, it does not need much for that thing to go down. And the HP that we get left over, because we're not running a lot of speed here, is really nice as well, because of just, like, I forget what I was trying to take. I think I just take I think I can take a Specs Flamethrower. Yeah, I can take a Specs Flamethrower from Chi-Yu. So if I need to, like, because the thing is, this is actually a pretty decent switch into Chi-Yu, unless it's running Psychic. So, yeah, like, it's not bad at all, but yeah, I don't want to be ideally switching into Chi-Yu, like, ever. Like, ideally the game plan for this game is I keep offensive momentum enough that when we start having to trade, I am trading favorably, and they can't really keep up in the trade war, eventually bringing it out on top. So, that's the idea with this game. But yeah, I think Blaziken, again, looks amazing here, so. Next up, Goldengo. We are going with a bulky defensive Goldengo, but this time a bit different. The only move change from last time is, last time we had Thunderbolt, this time we've got Focus Blast, alongside the Make It Rain, Recover, and Thunder Wave, but notably, we got an Ability Shield. I think this is the first time I've ever used an Ability Shield, but this means that we are not affected by neutralizing gas in this case. Our ability cannot be negated. So, yeah, this is great, because it means we can still block Defog from neutralizing gas Weezing. We've got enough special defense that a no special attack Weezing can not even... they would have to get 3 max rolls on Flamethrower to kill us. So it's like, what is it, 1 in 16, so it's 1 in 16, and then, so it's like 1 over 16 to the power of 3. It's pretty low odds. So, yeah, same speed as I mentioned as the Blaziken, but also this special defense helps us take on things like Killer Wattrel. It can help us at least take a hit from Blood Moon. If they're not Specs Chi-Yu, maybe we can take a hit from that. But the big thing is, if Chi-Yu's coming in, to be fair, the first turn that, what's it called? The first turn that, like, the Weezing versus Goldengo matchup happens, I will be clicking Thunder Wave, because, like, as soon as they try and click Defog, Goldengo comes in, they see the Ability Shield, and they go, oh no, and have to switch, and then I click Thunder Wave and hopefully just catch something that's fast and, you know, good times. I guess we can't hit Killer Wattrel, but Killer Wattrel's pretty frail, so even though the smaller special attack investment, oh my god, windows go away. Even with a smaller special attack investment, like, it's still going to do good damage. Make It Rain is still a disgustingly powerful move, and Focus Blast will do like 75% to Chi Yu, which is nice, even with this little special attack investment. So, yeah, fun times. Just do good damage all around. And then we've got a little bit of physical defense, I think. Oh, I think it was for Banded Rapid Strike. I think that was what I was going for, just to at least take one. So, yeah. If we need to be like, okay, our win condition, or at least the best way to try and win the game is to just use Goldengo to take a hit, and then Thunder Wave the Urshifu so something faster can come in. Though to be like, if it's just like a Scarf Urshifu, because a lot of our team is faster than Urshifu, so see if this catches them off guard. I know Craze is a good enough player to realize how good Weezing can be into Goldengo, especially if they do run a Bibiri, but yeah. Next up, we've got Thundurus, with a kind of a very different style of set this time, where we're going a bit more on the supporting side, and using this as more of a pivot than anything, similar to Blastoise, with a Charty Berry and Thunderbolt Grass Knot knockoff in U-turn. The main idea, like I say, is to be more of a pivot than rather than just, like, last time we had like a really bizarre setup Thundurus. This time we're kind of using it as a pivot. We've got the speed to outspeed Lycanroc. A little bit of special attack, which can make it so that we Oko and Urshifu with some HP investment to make up the fact that they can outspeed everything that is back, like outspeed Bax plus. And then the rest of the bulk is to be optimized to be able to take at least one Cell Rock. It wasn't a Cell Rock, was it? No, it was just be able to take a Stone Edge. We can take a Stone Edge from Lycanroc Dusk. I believe it's non-boosted, but it's still a Stone Edge at the end of the day. Grass Knot doesn't do a lot of damage to it. Grass Knot is going to be mostly for Blood Moon. But even still, like, it's really solid. Knockoff is just kind of the move of choice, just to kind of hit things on switches. Because, like I say, Killer Watchel can be coming in, and removing that thing's item is still nice, even if I can't do too much to it. Like, I can run a move that will do, like, maybe 50%, but realistically, I don't want to be staying around for that anyway. I can just go to something else that I think can take on the thing a little bit better. So, yeah, I'd rather just do that instead. So, just kind of play around with it and use it to pivot in and out of things. And maybe do some good damage late game, if it needs to be. Now, you may have noticed that we've brought 5 of the 6 same Pokemon now. But I think they are being used at least weird or different enough that it's not kind of a samey team, especially because you notice we're not bringing Glamora. But to be fair, once I had these 5, I kind of was struggling at what the last one was going to be. I didn't want to bring Glamora, partially because I didn't want it to be too samey, but also because I just didn't think it was great here. And then I was like, okay, well, what else can I bring? I was like, well, Bax seems really rough into their defensive core, and it's too slow for against some of their offensive threats. It's like, ugh, even if they bring like a Scarf Urshifu, yeah, like even if I get a D off, then I'm screwed. Like, I just don't think it's a good idea. Like, especially into Orthworm. Like, Orthworm just cooks Bax. So, and if they choose to bring a Levitate Weezing, then also cooked. So, I was like, well, what else? Weird It? No, not really. Sandaconda was probably the closest to a consideration. But I know they're going to be running a Terra type that can beat Sandaconda, and plus I can't Terra the Sandaconda myself because I'm almost all... Like, if I brought both, I was always going to be Terraing the Blaziken. So I was like, okay, that doesn't... Wait, what's the last... Oh yeah, I have Ribombee, and then I, like, thought about it, and I was like, wait, Ribombee's not bad here, because we can just slap a Choice Specs on this thing. That's alright, we're not trying to set it up, because I was like, okay, well, it's rough that it's really weak to Lycanroc, of course. We've got the defensive investment to take a a Cell Rock. It might be banded. I made the calcs this morning and then went to sleep, so I'm a little fuzzy on the calcs. But we can take a Cell Rock here. And then we outspeed, despite it not being, like, we could run more speed, but the bulk is really nice. And then we've just got Moonblast, Psychics, Energy Ball, and U-Turn. We don't need a bulk type move here. This is something that we can hopefully clean up the game with, which is really nice. I've not, like, these two have the same speed, but Meow doesn't, because I want to see and know for sure, because, like, having something a bit on the faster side, like, if they decide, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go for Modest Killer Wattrel, it's like, well, if I realize that you're Modest, then maybe Meow can be used a little bit more to try and outspeed and do some decent damage to it, so. But yeah, Rabombi, just kind of clicking Moonblast is not bad here. Like, the only real switch-in is Weezing. Like, that's kind of it. Like, Weezing's the only real switch-in, and even then, both, well, Weezing and Ulthuan, well, both of those, unless they are invested in special defense, do not appreciate it. And then from there, just, like, Moonblasts are going to do good damage. Like I say, we've got this Psychic for the Weezing. Can't really get a move for Ulthuan, but, you know, it is what it is. And then Energy Ball to make sure I can do even more damage to Pokemon like Ursula the Blood Moon, and Lycanroc. So, and then just U-Turn for pivoting, baby. So I was just like, it maybe not exactly is what this team needs, because you might notice, if our Sash Meow goes down, our only actual physical offense comes from a bulky defensive Blastoise. But at the same time, I'm kind of okay with that. Sure, there's Assault Vests that can be running around, but at the same time, there's a good amount of physical, like, Blaziken could go physical, and maybe they expect it to go physical here, but, yeah, I think just, like, maybe the special spam can be good enough, because eventually they'll run out of things that can take on special hits, so, yeah, that's I guess the idea. I think this is going to be a really interesting one, and getting to think about the team a bit more and how I want to play it is going to be really interesting, so, we played a match in a couple days. I might change a couple things around if anything else pops up into my head in the time between now and the time in the match. But yeah, and are you serious? This is like a 30 minute. It's 30 minutes. Oh my god! I am sorry. I'll let you go enjoy the match. Alright. We are ready to play. I'm just waiting on our challenge. I got the calcs up. I closed the dock. Thank you. Alright, let's see what they bring. What? I mean, I said what I expected, right? I think it's gonna be... I think Chi-Yu, Weezing, Lycanroc always come. Let's see. Yep. Alright, they got life bars. Dipplin does make an appearance. That is their Terra Captain of choice for this match, right? Yeah. We just kind of got to be careful of that. Probably want to make sure I at least keep Meow for a knock. Hallow makes an appearance, which which means I am glad I am Terra Grass. Yeah, let's just leave me out. What's less good here? Undy's less good here. Undy's not really as needed. Alright, here's Lycanroc. The thing is, I can just click a Flower Trick. Because, like, this being low is really good. So I am just gonna click it, like... Ooh, that Scarf. Well, no, I 100% take that. And then I'm just gonna get up a Spike. They are running T-Spike, okay. That doesn't affect too much on my team. It's a bit annoying for some mons, but it's not too bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna get a second layer. They got a Flame. And go to Gold. And I T-Wave on the switch here. I mean, getting this thing paralyzed is just gonna be nice. I don't know what it's gonna want to do. I don't know what terror it's gonna be. So I'm down to just kind of click Make It Rain once. Ooh, it's Terra Fire. Okay. Yeah, it hurts a bit. %. Let's have a look at my Goldango versus that. Dipplin. That looks to be Spadef, actually. That looks to be pretty Spadef. So Liquidation's not doing that much. I'm gonna go for a Recover once. Okay, let me just double check. What's my Thunderous Black move? Okay, it is not. Okay. The Blaze does come in. I mean, I can just click U-turn. Seems pretty reasonable. Because Aura Sphere's not doing that much here. So... Go back into Dango. Oh wait, it's Rocky Helmet? Oh wait, no, this is Rocky Helmet, right? I was like, there's no way. Yeah, I'm just gonna double here. I don't see a reason for them to stay in. Like, what are they gonna do? Flamethrower me for 30% and risk a make-it rain? Like, I doubt it. Yeah. Let me just get this item. This is gonna be Thunderous's main use. I forgot that Sticky Hold. I'm gonna click Thunderbolts. I don't know how much damage it's gonna do to me, but I mean, I'm gonna take these paras where I can get them. And the crit. Oh, please go into Blastoise. Ah, not quite. With 2 layers up. Dumb question. Regular Terror Blast is actually better. Right? Okay, also, how much does Spectre Bomb's Psychic do? Because that's gonna be something I want to know as well. Diplin... Only like 20%. I mean, my play here is Terror Blast. Like, unironically, it's Terror Blast without terroring. The reason why that over Aura Sphere is for the Weezing coming in. I need either this or Thunderous alive still, though. So, they've used 2 recovers? Yeah. If I get a para here, it doesn't really matter. I'm just expecting them to get a Weezing. The thing is, if they switch... Because, like, if I CC and they get powered, they lose this thing. And this thing seems really good. But if they switch, they may not get a chance to recover. They might also still just get powered anyway. Like, you don't know. Powers are powers. Yeah, it's just evaluating the board position. Not like keeping Meow around was going to be much better. And if I U-turned out, I wouldn't have got any spikes up. Well, it's good to get the red card out of them, right? Like... I'm just gonna go into Thundy. I'm trying not to bring in Blastoise, because I don't want to bring in Blastoise until I have to. That's my only issue, because I've not got boots on it or spin. And the way that I'm playing it, it might look like that I've got, that I'm not spinning with it, so that we may think it's Shell Smash. Hoo-hoo-hoo! You're a bit sneaky, aren't you? Probably expecting Thunderbolt, but no, I do not have it. So, the problem is, I can't really go for a good hit on this thing. How much does this? 15? That might get it. I'm gonna U-turn. That's shocking considering what my overplay was gonna be. How much does my Aura Sphere do? I think it's a kill against Ursa. Against max HP, if it's Assault Vest, 67 to 80 to roll. Yeah. Still right. I'm not gonna play around with Ursa. If they go to Weezing, they go to Weezing. Actually... No, because if I Terra Blast Grass, then I can't get it after, so. But I think they're still fearing a fire move. Because, like, they kind of have to. Like, they've seen Terra Blast, but they probably saw that did a lot of damage and was like, wait a minute, that's probably special. It might even be able to tell the special, it was special from the U-turn. It just kind of depends where they go from here. As long as they keep Aloe chipped and basically keep Thunderous for it, I feel pretty good. God, I wish I Grass Knotted. If I Grass Knotted with Thundy on that turn, instead of going for U-turn, I would have been so happy. But, like, there was potential for them to go to, like, Chi-Yu, and I didn't want them to go to Chi-Yu, me Grass Knot. Like, that sucks. This is definitely tricky. I wasn't expecting T-Spikes. I didn't think they'd bring it, because I have Glamora, but, you know, I guess my removal is a bit limited, so... They do go to Wheezing. Okay. Take the 17. They go for the Aura Sphere. I'm gonna go to gold. Yeah, okay. I revealed Recover. There's no reason for them to stay in my eyes. Like, what reason does this thing have to stay in? So, I am gonna click Focus. We get some damage on Aloe. Nice. Nice 41. That means it dies. And nothing can switch into it, really. Nothing can switch into this Focus Blast. I've revealed my full set. They just kind of have to pray on a miss. And they don't get it. Okay. Blastoise looks really, really good. Blastoise looks insane. I can let Blaziken go. I didn't want to risk a Ribombee there. Okay. We can go to Blastoise. The chip's gonna be annoying, but like, it should be fine. Blastoise looks super good in this endgame. Should be able to take any hit that this Chi-Yu can go for. That does 0. Get the defense drop, which is nice, and then we can jet. It takes out Chi-Yu. Blood Moon, that's at 57. Liquidation does 35. I'm gonna flip turn them out. And I'll go to gold. Yeah, that's good chip. Go to gold. Blood Moon, I am resisted. How much does Make It Rain do? Gold versus Dipplin, Spadef, Terrafire. There's 15. With Spike, that's putting it to 28. I think I have to focus if I want to make sure it dies. Because I think I'm going to struggle to kill it. Yeah, I think I have to focus on the switch. If they stay in and let Blood Moon go, then just I hope I hit, like, regardless. Because Ribombee can't really do a lot. Like, it doesn't do that much damage into Dipplin. They go to Wheezing. And I do miss the Focus Blast, which, you know, is unfortunate for me. But they can't really do anything to me. I get a recover off here. I do go to Dipplin. That was a good play. But I do get to recover. My best shot at killing this right now would be going to Blastoise hoping for power. But I think that's too greedy. I don't think I get enough out of that. Because otherwise it's like I try and hit 2 Focus Blasts, right? I guess I go for it, right? Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Ooh, that's a nasty crit. Into power. Focus Blast is a roll. I think. I think it's a roll. I'm just gonna start Thunderbolting. Like, I just need to get this thing, like, down. Nothing else really matters at this point. It's literally just killing this Dipplin. There just needs to be as much health as possible to take the Blastoise hit. It's just how many powers and recovers do I get to waste before I get there. Which I'm getting a lot of powers, don't get me wrong. Live on 1. Yeah, I only do 30%, and if it's got like Giga Drain, then, you know, Blastoise just does die. Power here? No. 2 recovers left. One recover left. They got 150% health. They do have Giga Drain, it's good to know. So gold is actually my play. I kind of need at least one of these to hit. I actually need to go for full recovers here. I need to go for full recovers. Kind of hoping for a drop there. Okay. Now it's, can I beat this stupid thing? Probably not, honestly. Like, Rabombi can't do it. I guess there is a way. I have to go this now. And I just have to keep flip turning. No! You gigged there? Oh! That sucks. I need a Terror Blast there. To... like... ugh. This is, I have to hope for a million powers. There's no other way around it. I literally just have to hope for a million powers. I have to get lucky. This is gonna do, like, maybe 20% at best. We get a draw and a para! Maybe? It's gonna be fucking close. It's gonna be close. So I have to go Blastoise after? So here's what I have to do. I have to double to the gold. Because they're going to go to Weezing to get the chip. Yeah. We got the double right. Oh my god, my music's run out. Yeah, we just make it rain. This goes down. We're at -1. I think we get it. I think we get it. We get it. Oh, we got lucky. We definitely got lucky. Oh my god. One Dipplin. One Dipplin did so much, but oh, gold, thank you. Oh, it's just a Shell Smash Blastoise. Oh. But if I was a Shell Smash Blastoise... No, if I was a Shell Smash Blastoise, I actually won, but you know, here we are. Rabombi sadly didn't get to do a lot, but that's because they brought a very different team than I was expecting. And by very different, I mean, they didn't bring, Urshifu. So, yeah, it was less good. Oh. Oh dear. We did win. But, yeah, that puts us 2-0. God, that was terrifying. But, we got it. We got it. GG's crazy. You gave me a scare. You gave me more than a scare. That was an incredibly close game. I had like less than 100 HP. So, yeah. GG's. Alright, we're 2-0. Let's see if we can keep it up. See you guys next time. Peace.